Although the next presidential election is 3 years away, groups are already working to get more people registered to vote. Cronkite News reporter Holly Bernstein shows us how the ACLU and other groups are taking on this issue now.
Why voting rights are always under attack. It's a simple situation that our participation in the government is viewed as inherently dangerous because it shifts the power from pure white supremacy to just white supremacy light.
Michael Ingram of Black Lives Matter was among local politicians and activists speaking at a panel discussing defending the right to vote Saturday, especially for those who are in the minority. The panel addressed the history and potential solutions of the goals of voting rights work, including increasing voter registration turnout and reducing racial and class disparities in voting.
Every 4 years, I get 200 complaints about people not being able to vote. And I always say, the time to worry about their voting rights isn't right before the election. It's 2 years before the election even starts.
The panel says the Supreme Court has weakened voting rights, like in Shelby County versus Holder. In 2013, the court ruled Section 4B of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 is unconstitutional. As a result, states have been able to change voting laws without federal oversight. According to ACLU, in 2016, 14 states had new voting restrictions in place. Arizona was one of those, with limitations on mail-in ballot collection. Maricopa County Recorder Adrian Fontes says one way to reduce racial and class disparities in voting is through education.
Reaching out to a lot of folks that did not necessarily have folks coming out and talking to them. So we've had different focus groups in our office talking about the issues that are of interest to a bunch of different types of communities.
Fontes also says Maricopa County is working with other counties in Arizona to share resources. Ingram said at the panel, the best way to get people to vote is to work year-round.
A little bit of training, a little bit of investment, and then I can be a better advocate for my community than you ever can be. It's about an investment, and I'm going to be there year-round talking to my folks all the time.
In downtown Phoenix, Holly Bernstein, Cronkite News.
The idea of voting centers in jails for people who have not been convicted was also discussed. Fontes says he'll have to coordinate with Sheriff Penzone, and while he decided to hold off on the idea for now while working on other implementations, he says the idea will be explored for future elections.